Hey, what's up? This is MBA Joshua doing a quick morning video blog. I got a crazy day today. But I was thinking about something while watching my wife do some photo editing this morning. And it is how to know if work is good enough to show. Because I tend not to go by the looking at it and saying, do I like this? But instead I have like 3 basic rules. Okay, so rule number 1, was the physical act of making it such that even if I completely hated the results, would I not regret having done it? So for example, if I was just chasing after someone else's ideas, like trying to copy something, I might hate that. Or if I was just kind of like aimlessly screwing around, I might hate that too. So for me, those 2 things kind of turn up as, hold on, giant ass truck. Okay, we're good. So those 2 things end up working out to be like states where the way that you're working is purely with the end result in mind. The other one would be like, am I trying to do something just because I think it will be popular or well liked? Because like if I'm doing something and I'm not enjoying myself and I'm just trying to check off a little box at the end, if no one likes it, then it's going to be super disappointing that I have compromised my creative vision just to do that. So that's sort of rule number 1. Is the process in and of itself enjoyable? So right now I'm making this video. I have no idea what will happen. 5 people might watch it, no one might watch it, or 1,000 people might watch it. Either way, I'm committed. I felt like this needed to be done. I didn't wake up this morning and say, you need to do a video about X because that will be popular. That's not the goal. The goal is simply to capture the things that I'm thinking about or think are important. So this is rule number 1. Is the process enjoyable? Rule number 2 is, did you do the best you could do in that moment? So I'm trying to be as focused and good right now as is possible. I know with the way that my wife takes photos, she's 100% all in. She doesn't fuck around at all. So I kind of know that in that instance, you know, if you're all in on something in the moment that you're doing it, even if it only takes 5 minutes, I would say that that qualifies as being good enough. And then the last one, actually let's back that up a minute. If you think it's good enough, if you tried your hardest, then you're gonna be in pretty good shape. Sorry, it's so busy. I don't normally shoot videos like in the middle of crazy morning traffic, and it's actually kind of disorienting, but I'm trying to ride it out. So if you're focused in on that process and you're trying your best for whatever duration of time you have, then that's like check box number 2 to check. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Maybe I just have 2 rules, as silly as that is. I tend to be, for example, surprised by things that I make. So if I'm surprised, that I might not necessarily look at that thing and think, oh, I like that, that looks awesome. I might look at it and be like, what the hell is this? But if I look back on that little process and I say, well, I enjoyed making that, the process I've devised for doing my work leads to surprising results, then I'm going to be more willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. And secondly, if I say, well, there's nothing I would have done differently in that moment, then that's going to be it. And given those 2 things, I'm going to be inclined to share the work. Now, the other thing that kind of helps with this is, did you do more than enough work than is necessary? So, for example, if I'm doing photography, it really helps if I shoot 100 images, because that gives me anywhere from 2 to 20 that I might think are good enough to share. So that kind of quantity over quality really happens. If in the process you're invested in quality, then that alone really helps, because when you do a ton of work, man, more trucks. You do a ton of work and you're fully all in, then then you just kind of extract from that the stuff that is good enough. And I know like good enough sounds like a weird thing to say because like you're supposed to aspire to better. Hold on. But good enough is often good enough. And like this video is crazy, right? Mad trucks, it's shaky as shit. But I think the thing is I'm not trying to pretend to be anything else. I'm not trying to pretend to be a professional. I'm not trying to pretend to be like Mr. Awesome Vlogger. I'm just trying to capture a moment. So those are my 3 rules basically. Like quality process, make sure you love it. Make sure you did the best that you could do in that moment, and then do more than enough in case you got to throw some stuff away. All right, thanks a lot for watching. As always, enjoy the jackhammering and whatnot. Have a great day.